Yes, we all know that Russell Westbrook doesn't always make the smartest choices. This recent game against the Minnesota Timberwolves proved that.
It's a turnover, 2-on-1, Brown, Westbrook, no!
Minnesota could have called timeout.
Brook was there. It was a three-point try.
Westbrook misses that layup.
But back in the 2016 to 2017 NBA season, there was no one like Westbrook, and he was doing things that left the rest of the league in the dust. A triple-double machine who just couldn't quit, Westbrook was a clear choice for MVP that year.
Russell Westbrook.
It's been a while, so some people may have forgotten just how special he was that year. Therefore, it's time we take a walk down memory lane and remember the explosive, historic season that took Westbrook to the next level. Before the 2016 to 2017 season, Westbrook was already considered one of the most electrifying players in the NBA. He had spent his entire career with the Oklahoma City Thunder, and while he was undoubtedly a superstar, he had always played in the shadow of another giant, Kevin Durant. Together, Durant and Westbrook formed one of the most dynamic duos in NBA history, making the Thunder a perennial contender in the Western Conference.
An emotional guy who will run through a wall for me. I don't take it for granted. I love you, man. I love you.
But in the summer of 2016, Durant made the controversial decision to leave Oklahoma City for the Golden State Warriors, leaving Westbrook to carry the load by himself. The departure of Durant put the Thunder in an unfamiliar position. With Durant no longer around, Westbrook was suddenly tasked with leading a team that didn't have the same star power. While the Thunder retained some key players, like Victor Oladipo and Steven Adams, it was clear that this new-look Oklahoma City team would need Westbrook to be more than just a scorer. The 2016 to 2017 season would become a test of his ability to carry a team, to put his individual talent on display, and to elevate the players around him. What Westbrook did next was nothing short of legendary. Averaging a triple-double in the NBA is one of the rarest and most difficult feats in sports. To break it down, a triple-double means a player records double digits in 3 statistical categories: points, rebounds, and assists within a single game. Players have come close to achieving this mark, but only a few players in NBA history have come close to doing so over the course of a season. Oscar Robertson, the 1960s NBA legend, was the last player to do it before Westbrook, and he did so back in the 1961 to 1962 season, finishing with an average of 30.8 points, 12.5 rebounds, and 11.4 assists per game. What made Westbrook's achievement so special wasn't just the fact that he averaged a triple-double, it was the sheer volume and intensity with which he did it. Westbrook finished the season with averages of 31.6 points, 10.7 rebounds, and 10.4 assists per game, becoming the first player in NBA history to average a triple-double over an entire season since Robertson.
Adams gives it back to Russ. Deep shot. Get it! Westbrook punches it out of bounds.
This wasn't some one-off anomaly. Westbrook's triple-double season wasn't just about the stats. It was about how he was playing the game. His energy, relentlessness, and competitive spirit made every game an emotional roller coaster for both him and the fans.
Crawford turns it over. Westbrook with the punch. Westbrook the crossover drive and throws it down. Trailblazers' last field goal, but they had just enough in the bank to withstand.
Westbrook's scoring ability was never in question, but during the 2016 to 2017 season, he took his offensive game to a new level. He averaged over 31 points per game, putting him in elite company. What made Westbrook such an unstoppable force on the offensive end wasn't just his scoring ability, it was his versatility. Whether it was driving to the rim, pulling up for a jumper, or hitting clutch three-pointers, Westbrook was a nightmare for defenders. One of his greatest weapons was his sheer explosiveness. When Westbrook put his head down and attacked the basket, there was very little that could stop him. His speed speed, strength, and agility allowed him to bully defenders in the paint, and if they backed off him, he would knock down jump shots with ease. He was a living highlight reel, and he routinely showcased his athleticism with fast break dunks, crazy layups, and pinpoint passes that would leave fans in awe. But it wasn't just about getting buckets. Westbrook often created scoring opportunities for his teammates by drawing multiple defenders to him. The gravity he created by attacking the rim opened up the floor for others, even though the Thunder lacked a true second star after Durant's departure.
21 points, 14 rebounds, 13 assists. Again, back out, Cantor wide open. This time misses. Rebound, Westbrook takes. Step back and come up short.
Now, up until that point, rebounding wasn't usually Westbrook's strongest suit, but in the 2016 to 2017 season, he took on the responsibility of leading the Thunder in this category. Averaging 10.7 rebounds per game was no small feat for a player listed at 6 feet 3 inches in a league dominated by taller players. But Westbrook's fierce determination and high motor allowed him to grab boards in traffic, often out-muscling bigger players. His rebounding ability was particularly valuable in fast break situations, where his quickness allowed him to initiate the offense immediately. Westbrook's transition from defense to offense was one of the deadliest parts of his game. By securing a rebound and immediately pushing the ball up the court, he put constant pressure on opposing defenses and created open opportunities for his teammates. Westbrook's effort on the glass showed just how committed he was to doing whatever it took to win. He wasn't content with just being a scorer. He wanted to impact every facet of the game, and his rebounding was proof of his all-around greatness. While Westbrook's scoring and rebounding were often the highlights of his game, his playmaking was what truly set him apart during the 2016 to 2017 season. Averaging over 10 assists per game, Westbrook was not only a dominant scorer, but also one of the best facilitators in the league. His ability to create for others was on full display every night, whether he was threading the needle with an incredible pass or making a simple but effective assist.
Foul from behind. I believe it's going to be on Derek White.
Westbrook's vision and basketball IQ were outstanding, and his ability to break down defenses and set up his teammates for easy shots was one of the main reasons the Thunder remained competitive despite their lack of offensive firepower. The dynamic between Westbrook and his teammates, particularly Steven Adams, was built on Westbrook's ability to find the open man and make quick, decisive passes. Now, while Russ was fantastic in 2016 to 17, we can all admit that he wasn't perfect. Westbrook's season was historic and filled with jaw-dropping performances, but there were certainly some shortcomings that came with his style of play. One of the most notable critiques of Westbrook's MVP campaign was his efficiency. Despite averaging over 31 points per game, Westbrook shot just 42.5% from the field and 34.3% from three-point range. For a player who took a high volume of shots, these percentages were on the lower side for an MVP caliber player. Westbrook's tendency to take difficult shots was another point of contention, especially in clutch situations. His lack of a consistent outside jumper meant that defenses often crowded the paint, forcing him to take tough mid-range shots or threes. His shot selection wasn't always the best, and at times he could be a bit too aggressive or overly confident in his ability to score, despite better options being available. Plus, his turnovers were another area where he struggled. His high-energy playstyle led to a lot of reckless turnovers, which could stall the Thunder's offense. On the season, he averaged 5.4 turnovers per game, a number that was on the higher side for a primary ball handler. His tendency to play at a frenetic pace, while often leading to spectacular plays, also occasionally resulted in costly mistakes. Despite those shortcomings, Westbrook's MVP campaign was one of the most compelling in NBA history. The sheer audacity of what he was accomplishing was enough to make him the clear MVP favorite. He was the focal point of a team that had lost its second best player and was expected to fall into mediocrity. Instead, Westbrook elevated his game to a level that was simply unprecedented. In addition to his historic triple-double achievement, Westbrook's performances were often the difference between wins and losses for the Thunder. He single-handedly carried a roster that, outside of him, lacked an elite scorer. The Thunder finished the season with a 47-35 record, earning the 6th seed in the Western Conference, an impressive feat given the circumstances. Westbrook's competitive fire, combined with his statistical brilliance, made him the MVP favorite. He was the driving force behind his team's success, and he was often the the player who gave fans the most exciting and memorable moments of the season. His ability to dominate in so many areas of the game made him not just the most valuable player on the floor, but the most irreplaceable. Russell Westbrook's 2016 to 2017 MVP season was a defining moment in his career and in NBA history. He achieved something that no one thought was possible in the modern NBA, an average triple-double for an entire season. His dominance on both ends of the floor, his relentless drive, and his ability to impact every aspect of the game made him the clear MVP favorite. Despite his efficiency issues and occasional missteps, Westbrook's extraordinary season cemented his legacy as one of the most exciting and unique players the league has ever seen. His MVP victory was a testament to his resilience, talent, and determination, proving that sometimes a player's will to win is just as important as their statistics. Russell Westbrook didn't just earn the MVP, he defined a new era of individual achievement in the NBA.